Good evening, one and all. I am Neha Goyal, pursuing MTech Biotechnology from National Institute of Technology, Warangal. I welcome you all in today's event, that is Prep Zone, organized by the Technical Association of Biotechnology, NIT Warangal. So, how many of you are confused what to do after your degree is completed? So I think almost everyone is. And many of us don't even have the proper knowledge, guidance, tips for preparation and cracking the exams. The same questions keep disturbing us again and again. So, none of you need to worry. Today we are here to clear all your doubts and confusions. But remember, it's you only who have to make it happen. Every one of us has the potential to do and achieve big goals. Today's evening, we are having Dr. Shikha Jindal as the speaker of this event. She is presently a research associate in Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. She had pursued her PhD in biotechnology from IIT Bombay itself. She had achieved AIR 36 in GATE 2015 and AIR 68 in CSIR NET. In this session, she will throw light on various competitive exams such as GATE, CSIR NET or JRF, DBT, ICMR, etc. She will guide all the basic application requirements, preparation strategies, exam patterns, how to get a good rank to enter into highly reputed national level institutes, future aspects, career options, and opportunities after these exams. So everyone should have their mics muted. During talk, feel free to post your queries in the chat box. All questions will be entertained in the end. So a very warm welcome to Dr. Shikha Jindal. I request you, ma'am, to please take the event ahead.
Thank you so much, Neha, for introduction. So today I'll be telling you how to strategize your competitive preparation for exams after your MTech or BTech in biotechnology and various other. Okay, so let's proceed further. So I am, as Neha has already introduced me. So without wasting a minute, I'll start with a small PPT. So you will enjoy this session, I hope. And maybe you can post your queries after the session and in between the session. And if anybody would be having any doubts, you can interrupt me anytime. So let's strategize our preparation for the competitive exam like GATE, CSIR, DBT, IIT Jam, and various other exams. So I'll be telling you the baby steps which you need to do to achieve your goals after MTech or BTech. So first of all, you need to know what exam you are targeting. Either it's a CSIR NET exam, GATE exam, IIT Jam exam, whatever is the exam, you need to know that exam because every exam has its own strategy, its own syllabi, and number of question, time bound, everything is different. So you need to be very sure about that which exam you are targeting. So you should know the syllabi of that exam thoroughly before even starting the preparation period. And one most important thing while preparation, you should analyze the previous year question paper. Why I'm emphasizing this point? Because you will be knowing that which and all topics you need to focus. See, nobody can prepare 100% for any exam. You cannot cover 15 subjects of any exam. So you need to be very smart. The approach should not be very hardworking. At the same time, it should be smart working. So you should always collect the chunk. You should always analyze the topics which are being asked every year, and accordingly you prepare for do preparation for the exam. And you need to have authentic references for that as well. You can follow the textbooks for the better preparation for the basics of each topics. And along with that, you need to do MCQs. This is the most important thing while preparation. I remember in 2014 when I was in eighth semester of my BTech, I tried giving GATE exam. I just prepared through books and all. I was just reading the text and didn't go for the MCQs. And I know I failed badly, terribly. So after that, in 2015 exam, I instead of just reading the textbooks and doing my basics clear, along with that, I joined test series and also prepared for the MCQs, because that gives you more clarity that what you have read. When you are given a question along with the four options, that's how, I mean, you get to know, oh, this could be the correct answer or that could be the correct answer. That is what why we get confused during our exams. I mean, if you are just reading the text and not getting clear that this could be the exact answer, that approach should be there during your preparation throughout the period. And you should know that while even solving the MCQs, you should mark the time. The time bound should be there, because every exam, either it's of 2 hour duration or 3 hour duration. So you need to be very sure about that, because sometimes people do run out of time while solving their questions. And last but most important thing, you need to be you should have very much consistency during your preparation, and you should be very perseverance. That would be the key. I mean, you cannot crack your exam in one night. In one night preparation, you cannot. This is not some engineering exam. You just write whatever things you are planning to write, and you can get some passing marks out of it. No, this is a MCQ. Either it's a correct or it's a wrong. So you need to be very clear about that. So for the GATE exam, which is for most of the MTechs and most of the PhD entrances, one more thing I would like to say, that people who are preparing for MTech exam through GATE entrance, so GATE can also be chosen for direct PhD entry even after BTech, which I did. I'm a BTech from Punjab University, Chandigarh, and I cracked GATE as well as CSIR. And on those basis, I got admission into PhD. I just skipped my master's degree. I mean, that made me save my 2 years. So that way you can also, because much people are not aware regarding this. So you can even thought about that if you want to go for the doctorate degree. So you can skip MTech as well if you can have a good GATE rank, and depending upon the interview, that how you crack. So in GATE exam, basically two parts are there. First part is the general aptitude, and the second consists of your technical part. If I would say in biotechnology GATE, so the biotech topics would be there, and the engineering mathematics would be there. So this you could see that 85 marks out of 100 is only consisting of your biotech topics as well as the engineering maths, and aptitude is just of 15 marks. And the exam duration is of 120 minutes, out of which you need to attempt 100 questions. So here you need not to go for the 100 questions. I mean, if you can achieve even threshold of 50%, that's enough to crack GATE with a really good rank. I got around 51.5 marks out of 100. So you can see that you just need to just cross the threshold, and I got 36 rank. So don't go for the 100%, because with that, there also comes the negative marking. So you need to be very sure that the question which you are attempting has this answer. Otherwise, don't attempt. Don't take risk. Or either you can only attempt those questions which are without negative marking. Some questions are there in GATE exam which doesn't have negative marking. So you need to see about that. And along with that, you need to just see that you need to only do the sure question. Don't take risk in while attempting questions. So the next approach, I would say, for the CSIR exam, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Ma'am, actually there are 65 questions and time will be 3 hours, not 2 hours in GATE exam.
Actually, for the biotech, it's 120 minutes. I mean,
No,
three
ma'am.
hours.
I'm from GATE. I'm from BTech Biotechnology.
Okay,
So
okay.
I
Maybe,
have cleared
maybe.
GATE.
Okay, okay.
Yes, yes.
Sorry. So maybe this time they might have changed. In 2015, there were like 100 questions with 120 minutes. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry regarding that. I need to update that.
Ma'am, a small question. You said that
Yeah,
we can do PhD by writing GATE directly
yeah,
without
yeah,
MTech.
yeah.
Or won't we miss the concepts in the MTech?
See, during your PhD time, you would need to take more subjects. You need to have more credits. You need to clear more credits during your PhD exam. And within like 6 months duration, you can take as many subjects as possible, and your concepts can be as clear as an MTech student. Hello.
Yeah, ma'am, but I can't understand what you're saying.
See, your query is that if you would go for the PhD and you would skip MTech, then those concepts would be missed in PhD, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
This is what you are saying. No, so that's what I'm saying. During the start of your PhD, they will assess you that whether you are direct PhD student, I mean direct after BTech, or you are MTech student. So accordingly you need to clear certain credits, and credits, I mean to say subjects. So the MTech students who have already gone through 2 years of MTech, they already know a lot of concepts. Those people would be having very I mean few credits to complete. Supposedly they just need to take two subjects in their PhD duration, but for a BTech student they need to take around 7 to 8 subjects in their whole 1 year of PhD. So that's how you can easily compete with them within a 1 year.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, but won't it affect research career?
No, 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 it won't. You just feel like that, but I too managed with that, and I'm really happy because during your PhD time, you have a deeper understanding because based on your research lab, research topic, you would be more inclined towards the topics which are needed for your research. So you would ask more questions, you would be more aware, you would be more curious, I would say, instead of just going for the MTech degree. That way you
Yeah,
would be more channelized and clear regarding that. So there is no harm. I would say it's a good decision I made to directly jump from BTech to PhD, because I don't feel I'm anyway less than the people around in my batch who have come from the MTech background.
So,
yeah,
ma'am, you
ma'am.
joined the PhD on the basis of GATE score or CSR score?
Both scores. I told them I do have both the exams gate and CSIR. Depending on my interview, they took my admission because the interview is really good during your IITs or whatever research centers you are joining. This is just I mean just to just the entrance to go into the interviews round. After during the interview only you will get to know that either you are selected or not, because these gate ranks and CSI ranks is redundant after entering into any institute. You need to have their I mean what is their guidelines. They might having I even gave written exam in IIT Bombay, and then my in 2 rounds of interview was there. So it depending on different institute that what and all the rules they have for the interviews.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, fellowship is same for GATE, both GATE and like CSR.
Yeah,
They will
yeah,
provide same in
yeah.
PhD.
But I would definitely say that if you have both exam and if your I mean the professor under which you would be joining, try to activate gate, because CSIR fellowship sucks. They just give you the fellowship after like 6 months or 1 year. So
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
better to I mean activate your gate fellowship instead of CSIR. That would be
Okay.
my advice. I mean, yeah,
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
yeah.
Ma'am, what's the advantage of going to PhD directly?
Advantages, if you want to be in a research field, then why to go for MTech? But if
Yes,
you
two,
just
2 years
want
should be
to,
wasted.
hello,
So in those 2 years, we can learn a lot, huh?
yeah, you can, that's yeah, I would say that's a personal decision. That varies. That's a very I mean subjective. That either you want to go for MTech or you want to skip MTech. Some people want to do MTech because they want jobs. So like in IIT Bombay, a lot of companies do come after MTech, so they want MTech and just want to go into industry or other fields. Some people want that they want to go for the research thing, then they can definitely jump the MTech part and directly go to doctorate degree. So it depending upon your goals, that what and all things interest you. You can even do MTech over here, and you can apply for PhD is in abroad, I would say. That can also be a good and smart decision, because that you can think upon that.
Okay, ma'am. Those who are looking for career in research can go to a PhD directly.
Yeah, direct PhD.
Yeah,
Now
okay.
now more institutes are welcoming direct PhD students. Initially they have this norm that a person should be having post graduation degree before entering into PhD, but now there is no such norms. Even NITs are also more aware about that. Even during your if you want to apply for assistant professorship after PhD, now they are more open to take students who have done direct PhD after BTech. I hope I made your point clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let's now go for the CSI and Net exam. What can be your approach? So here there are different sections with different marks and different number of questions you need to attempt. I would say the most important part is the part C, where each question consists of 4 marks, and out of 60 question you need to do 25 question. This is the best thing, that during your attempt for CSIR you need to first attempt this part C without even thinking of any other part, because part C takes a lot of time. So you can divide your 3 hours in that 1 hour you need to dedicatedly go for the part C, because here you can, if you attempt 25 marks and you are confident enough, then 100 marks is already achieved through part C only, instead of even going for part B or A. So it's better if you can first go with the part C, and within seconds you need to decide that, oh, you need to attempt this question or not, because there are a lot of questions and they are very logic based. They are not factual based questions. Like in part B, most of the questions are factual based. You just know or you don't know. But in part C, if you have your basics clear, if you have your logics with you, then you can easily go with the part C. After that, you can go with the part B, where out of 40 questions you need to attempt just 35, and it's of 2 marks each. And the lastly you go for the part A, because it's a general aptitude. Some biotech people usually have this hate thing in their mind that, oh, I'm not good in attempting aptitude exam, I mean questions, I don't know how to do that, I'm very poor in mathematics, or blah blah. They do give a lot of reasons. So it's better to attempt at last. You just have like save your last 20 minutes for part A. If you can do it out of 20 question, even 10 question, 5 question, that would be like a win-win situation for you. But before that, since we are preparing for the biotech biology in that life sciences, so you need to first attempt part C, and then with part B and A. And here also you just need to secure 55%. You secure your 55% marks in the net exam, and you are done. Then your the CSR would be cleared. Nobody would going to ask your ranks or whatever things. You just need to clear it. You need to clear CSIR JRF. You need to be clear about that, because there is few marks difference between CSIR JRF and CSIR this lecturership. So you need to attempt thoda high for CSIR JRF clearance. Then comes TIFR exam. So in TIFR exam, it consists of ABCD, that's mathematics, general aptitude, mathematics, and then physics is also there, chemistry is also there, biology is also there. Each part consists of 15 MCQs from every section, and they do have negative marking as well. So it whole goes to 60 questions with -1 for each. So you need to see that which and all questions actually because this is TFR is mostly factual and factual based, I would say. No much logics are involved. No, I mean very like part C of CSIR net. You won't see such questions in TFR exam. They are very straightforward. Either you know it, either you don't know it. So that's it. So you just need to see all the question. You need to scan, and whatever you can attempt, and otherwise leave and move forward. Here through TFR exam, you can only get entry to the research centers which are affiliated to TFR. Through TFI, you won't be entertained for any GATE or CSIR centers. So you need to be clear regarding that as well.
Ma'am, I would like to ask one thing.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in TIFR, you can get only PhD, like if you are masters, like if you've done MTech or MSc, not BTech. So you get only integrated PhD. So there are two options in exam. Either you should opt for exam and you can get integrated PhD after BTech, or not direct PhD. But there is one more option, like direct entry through GATE score. So
Yeah.
I have qualified both GATE BT and GATE Excel. So if I will apply through GATE score, so can I get direct PhD, or even I will get then integrated PhD?
No, you can get direct PhD. You are MSc.
No, ma'am, BTech Biotech student. I have completed BTech Biotechnology.
You want to apply for TFR research centers, right?
Yes, ma'am, direct PhD, because
Direct.
they will only provide PhD to those students who have cleared MTech. It was mentioned in their exit and exam.
Then
But
I
if I will
doubt.
not,
Then
if I
I
will not,
doubt. Even if you have GATE, but I doubt that in TFR centers, research centers, if you would be entertained without MTech or master's degree. I
so
really
ma'am,
doubt about that.
what's the then use of GATE score for
I
TIFR?
mean, no. GATE score is really good for all other research centers, but this TFR centers and some few of CSR centers, they don't entertain. Like it happened with me as well. After
Ma'am,
clearing CSIR net, I went to this IMTech Chandigarh.
yes, ma'am.
I hope you might be knowing about that. So I went for the interview. They didn't allow me even to appear for the interview. They said you are not eligible at all. So I don't know. I was not eligible according to them because I am not master's student, and they didn't feel that BTech is equivalent to MSc. So that's why I was
But
not
ma'am,
eligible.
one of my friend is doing PhD from here. She was my classmate. She did BTech, not doing any MTech. She is like doing PhD there. Joined
Uh,
this year.
which IMTech?
MTech Chandigarh, yes, ma'am.
Maybe this year they have changed their rules, but in back in 2015, when I went there and I applied for the interview thing, they rejected me. They said you are not eligible. You are just a BTech student.
Ma'am, there are so many criteria. Even I want to apply for BARC exam, like
Mhm.
they have scientific officer post. They are saying that there are three criteria. Either you should apply for like exam or written exam, and second criteria is you can like apply through GATE exam if you GATE qualified score, direct entry. And third criteria is that you are GATE qualified but not having good GATE score. You can apply for exam as well as you can apply through GATE score combined.
Okay.
So, but it was mentioned there that BTech students are not eligible. Only BTech in BTech in food tech eligible. I said okay,
Okay.
I
Okay.
will not apply for exam. They
Mm-hmm.
said GATE VT and GATE Excel student are eligible. Okay,
Okay.
so when we are filling form, they said that
Score should be good.
mention your degree. That means they
Okay.
are taking GATE score of biotech students, but they are not taking biotech students. So how can we
Hmm.
apply?
That
This was the
that's.
criteria.
I think in 5 years, a lot of things have changed. I feel now there is more relaxation now. People are entertaining more direct BTech students because I know in 2015, very few people were aware. Even now, few of my professors, I mean, in my institute, they do ask that, Chika, how you entered through direct PhD? I mean, how you didn't go for the MTech degree? Then I explained them, sir, this is also a channel through which you can enter because BTechs are equivalent to MSCs in their guidelines. So that's how they got to know. But yeah, now things are changing. People are welcoming more direct PhD students. So I think you should just do apply, keep applying, just clear the exams and apply everywhere, every possible centers where you feel that you can do your best research and it matches your research interest. So you
Yes,
should go
ma'am.
with that. Yeah.
Ma'am, I also want to apply for direct PhD, but one of my senior told me that if you are applying to GATE, you will not get stipend. So I haven't applied.
No, no, no. Who told you?
One
GATE
my
students are getting better stipend every month. They are getting stipend. CSIR is the worst agency through which you can get any stipend. See, CSIR exam is the toughest among all the exam, and still, they are. I mean, their misery is the most
ma'am,
one.
CSR is not even going to conduct exam from last year. Like from last three
Oh.
sessions, it is pending. CSR
Oh.
like last December session, this June
Mhm.
session, and upcoming December session. There is no exam from last three sessions.
Oh. I mean, they are not even paying. They were not paying during my tenure. How would they? I mean, take more intakes and make them wait for six months for the stipend, so that it's better not to take more students under them. I would say it's better to go with the gate because they are
Okay.
MHRD is a really good agency to provide you with the.
Ma'am, but right now query is like that is because we have not went to college in like last three sessions due to COVID.
Okay.
So out of eight sessions, sixth,
Mhm.
seventh, and eighth semester was online. So we
Okay.
have not done any lab work. So that I have some query that like I am not like very much good in lab because I have not
Okay.
done some work in my college. I did a
Okay.
very good lab work till fifth semester.
Okay.
After that we have no lab. So if I will apply for direct PhD and even I don't have any MTech, so that will create some problem. And everyone
No,
has
no, no.
this doubt.
Yeah, so okay. So yeah, this is a very good question which you have put up. So even I faced that issue with me. So what I did was back in 2015 when they throwed a lot of experimental based questions. Those were very those were not fundamental questions. Those were experimental based questions. They used to ask which techniques would you use if I would do this? If you are given a situation, then what is your strategy? How would you plan a protocol? How would you do this? How would you do that? They didn't ask me any basic fundamental question from books and textbooks, nothing. So there you can face there you can face a lot of issues. So for that you can apply for any internship program or maybe as a JRF student, and you can work in any institute for like 3 to 6 months, and you can gain hands on experience, and that would really be counted during your PhD interview. That would be the best way. Don't sit idle.
Okay.
If you're not getting any institutes for direct PhDs or whatever in whatever research centers, do go for the JRF positions at least for 3 months, 6 months, not more than that. Because if you're anyways targeting for PhD, then don't waste more time over there. But at least 3 to 6 months would be adequate to get into that interview process, because they do ask these questions. They don't ask you any factual based question. So yeah, you need to be very you need to be very sure about that. Yeah, I need to go with this, I need to go with that. So you need to be very aware during your 8th semester in BTech while applying, because they at that time a lot of openings would be there, and maybe some colleges do have that criteria, no, that for 6 months you can go with the training and all. So during that time you can go with some JRF positions as well, if that is possible. I don't know how much it is possible during your 8th semester or maybe after your 8th semester. So yeah, you can go with that. That would be a good option. I mean, it's just a 6 months break, but it will give you surety that whether you actually want to proceed for the research field. And secondly, every PhD intake is after every 6 months. It's not just annually. So you can definitely give a try with that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. And after that, I would discuss this DBT, JRF, that how to strategize that. So here also it consists of part A, part B. DBT is also, I think, factual based paper. It's not much about the logics and all they ask. They just, if you know something, you just know. General science, I would say day to day science, they would ask. And along with that, general aptitude would be there, some analytical questions would be there, and general biotechnology would be there in part A. And in part B, there would be 150 MCQs, and you just need to attempt 50. So that is a very good way to pick your questions which you are good at it. The topics which you are good at, and you can attempt those questions. And mostly, as per my discussion with a lot of students, they said that DBT is easier to crack. DBT is a good agency to fund you during your PhD tenure, and it's not very tough to crack as well. So definitely, you should try for the DBT exam as well, because DBT is also considered everywhere for the PhD entrance. So yeah, there is no such criterias like for the TFR exam, that through the TFR exam you cannot go for the IITs and all, but through DBT you can apply everywhere. And next would be IIT Jam exam. That would only be for the students who are in BSc. So students who are in BSc, they want to go for the MSc from IITs, they need to target this exam. And for that, if I would say in biotechnology, IIT Jam, they need to cover all the general biology topics, biochemistry, basic biotechnology, molecular biology, cell biology, and microbiology. You need to have a proper references from where you are preparing, and do refer. I'm repeating this point again and again. Then do refer previous year papers for that, because they do have this norm in these exams that very few topics they try to repeat every time. So you should be very strong in those particular topics to get through the IIT Jam. And I feel that if you, yeah.
Ma'am, what is the percentage required for IIT Jam?
Percentage, I mean, I mean, out of 100, how much percent? I think 50% would be enough. More than 50%. I have never actually gave this IIT Jam, since I'm not from BSc background. But I feel ranks are, I mean, you need to have more than 50% score, definitely. And you should go thoroughly with the topics, and do refer previous year exams, do refer these pathfinders and all MCQs, because those will help you a lot to get through these exams. And IIT Jam is not very tough, to be very honest. I mean, if you compare with the CSIR or GATE, it's a very easy to go exam. It's just that the competition is hard, since all the BSc students do go for this IIT Jam exam. So you need to very, tighten up yourself for this exam, and be prepared. I mean, don't start preparing during your the 6th or 7th semester only, I would say. Give 1 year. Keep on revising, keep on solving questions for the IIT Jam, and I think you can easily get through it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the most important part, that what mistakes we need to avoid during our preparation. So the first thing which I would say, that while solving MCQs, or while solving any questions, or you are encountering some new thing about any topic which you have already read about it, if you don't take notes, I mean, then it won't help at the last moment of your revision. So while preparing whatever notes do you prepare, do have proper sets, like you have this topic of microbiology. Let's say you are preparing microbiology, and in microbiology any subtopic is there. Today I got to know new things about that topic. I'll go and again I'll write it about those things in the already previously written things in those my notes, because this will help you during the last moment of your preparation, during your revision section, and you will be like, oh, ab to ye dimag mein pura baith gaya, ab you won't forget it. So that thing you need to do every time. You need to keep on writing your notes again and again if you encounter new information about any topic. And yeah, definitely you should go with the time bound preparation, since every exam is of 2 or 3 hours. You won't get a 24-hour session, oh, submit it next day, like these days exams are happening, semester exams. It won't be like that. You need to be very quick in solving questions. And if you don't if you are miserable in solving certain questions, just leave those topics, don't try that, and just move forward. And the another important point which I would point it out is revision. People do not do a good revision. If you want to really crack gate and CSIR exam, you need to at least revise 5 to 7 times. At least 5 to 7 times. You need to know certain topics, because they ask, do gate to generally ask factual questions. You know or you don't know. So you need to be very sharp in memorizing all those topics with all the correct answers. So you need to have a good revision. If you don't if you're just reading, if you're going with all the 15 subjects, and you are becoming jack, that I'm jack of all trades and master of none, then it won't help you. It won't help you. You are reading 15 topics, you are preparing 15 topics, but out of that you don't know anything, since you have very bad revision thing. Don't do that. You prepare 10 subjects, but prepare so wisely, religiously, that while attempting any question from those topics, you would be able to get a positive +2 or +4, whatever marks you would be getting. So revision is the, I would say, is the main ingredient of exam while preparing for any competitive exam. And yeah, MCQs. During my preparation, I remember I took this test series from Biotechnica. They do provide a test series where you can prepare for the gate, CSIR, and they have this time bound test series. So a timer would be there and you need to solve question. With that, firstly your speed would increase, and secondly you would be more clear about your concepts. Oh, I know this or I don't know this, I need to work more hard on these topics, and I am already done with these topics. That differentiation can be done. That difference can be seen only after attempting MCQs. So you can go for any test series, either Pathfinder or Biotechnica. That's up to you. So that would be the, whole chunk which I told you regarding the preparation. Yeah.
Ma'am, is biotechnica is good for BSc student?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Ma'am, is biotechnica is good for MSc by BSc student?
Yeah. It is good for BSc, MSc students as well. Actually, it helped me a lot. I solved around 6 to 7 thousand MCQs. I know I took their this study bank, and where they provided me with the 2 books of MCQs. Along with that, I solved their test series. So it helped me really a lot, because I was reading, clearing my concepts, but actual assess of your knowledge would be when you would be solving those questions. Without that, don't even dare to attempt gate or CSR, I would say. You are just reading something and then you are just going for the exam. No, in between you don't have that you don't know how much time you are taking for solving, and you don't know even if your concepts are clear or not. So you have to go through this preparation, reading the topics, and then MCQs, and then the final exam. You need to do that. So for references and books, I would say, yeah, as I told Biotechnica, their question banks are really good. They help me a lot. And along with that, Pathfinder, you can refer. And Village Gate Biotechnology also provides a good good references for the previous year papers, MCQs, and even topics also. I mean, for the quick revision. And at the last moment, don't jump for the new information, new books. Don't do that. For the initial months, you can try as many books, as many resources you can. But during the last month of your preparation, don't try any new books. Just revise, do revision. 1 month should be dedicated towards your revision, and then you can see the difference. After revision, you can really solve your previous question which you missed out around 50 to 70% better. I guarantee you. And please try MCQs. Whatever sources you are getting, previous year question papers, don't miss. I would say I emphasize MCQs and previous year question paper a lot, because they will give you assess that whether you are you have a good clearance of your, I mean, good hold on certain topics which would be there in the exams or not. So you need to do that. Yeah. Rest, it's done. So any questions? Now I would take as many questions as
Ma'am,
you
can
can
you
ask.
please share your
Ma'am, when
interview
to stop preparing for
experience?
Yeah. Sorry.
Ma'am, can you please share your interview experience in IITs?
Okay, yeah, I can. So I applied for the IIT. I mean, after clearing GATE and CSIR, I applied in IIT Bombay and in IIT Delhi as well. But Delhi, somehow, my interview was okay, but they were preferring MTech students over only BTech students, and they were more into bioprocess engineering. So out of actually they have had this written exam, I remember. Out of 400, I was shortlisted in top 20 students. We 20 students were underwent through interview process, and out of that they only chose 2 students for the PhD program, and they both were MTech. And mostly they were in this bioprocess engineering. Their MTech was more oriented towards bioprocess engineering, and I think that's why they referred. I mean, they were preferring those students, and their question were also based on bioengineering only. In IIT Bombay, I would say they asked experimental based question from me, that if gel is running, how you will detect that which is having higher molecular weight, lower molecular weight, and if a situation is given that supposedly microbes are growing, and if some contamination is there, so how would you get to know that some contamination is occurring in the media? How would you say that it's a cross contamination? I hope you people are understanding that in microbiology, this happens very frequently. That if you're growing any bacterial culture, sometimes you get fungal contamination or another bacterial contamination as well, cross contamination. So, how will you detect that, and how you will, solve that issue? So yes, so these kind of questions they were throwing me. And I do have actually as a JRF experience as well. Before entering into IIT as a PhD, I for like 4 or 5 months I went for this CSIR JRF position, where I actually got hands-on experience and a lot of exposure in molecular biology, in microbiology. That actually helped me to answer all those experimental based questions which they were throwing in the interview. Yeah, so that's why I said don't sit idle. After you are done with your BSc, MSc, and after your BTechs, so do apply and get at least 3 months experience in any reputed lab. and then you can easily answer. Or maybe if you can go for any internship training, there are a lot of internships happening in IITs. I would say in June and July. You need to apply in April, I think, and then you can go for June, July internship. At least you should know that what is research. You can work with some of your PhD seniors, and you can get to know that yeah, this is how research is. So that would be the best way to, before entering into PhD, you should know what is research, because some students, they do they back off from the PhD. I know many of my colleagues, even from IIT Bombay, they left the PhD in fourth year, which is very sad. You should be aware that which and all labs you are joining, what is your research interest, and how is your PI. PI means principal invigilator, investigator. So your guide. That is the most important. So these three things you need to be very clear, and after that only jump into application. And it's okay if you go for MTechs through Gate and then apply for PhDs in abroad, but then your MTech should be from any of your IITs, because your CV would be good. And do have during your MTech tenure, you can have a good research work, your dissertation for 1 year, so that can be helpful for you to apply for any PhD in abroad. So yeah, so I would say do follow these things, because even I was very naive when I joined PhD after BTech. None of my batchmate was into PhD thing. They all were either going for MBA or MTechs, because they were thinking who would go for PhD. But gradually and eventually I got to know these things, and that's why I'm sharing my experience with you. I hope that would be helpful for all of you in some sense. So
Thank you,
yes.
ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
what are the job opportunities after MTech? Like,
Okay.
can we get jobs in core companies?
Yeah, you can get jobs in your core companies. I know few of my friends who did MTech in IIT Bombay, and now they are into some in R&D field of biotechnology. But there are very few companies, I would say. There are a very few companies. One of them was Ventage. It's a Chennai based company, where they went and they did some literature survey based jobs are there. Not a core biology, not a hands on biology, but yeah, eventually you would learn. But initially it was a literature survey job. You need to do research on some particular topic, what and all literature is existing, previous year papers you need to refer, and out of that you need to design any report from that. So that was the given job to them. And others, I know they joined some non core companies, because they were not getting any core opportunities after MTech, and many of them then decided to go for the PhD. So, any other questions? Any other query?
Ma'am, are there any PSUs in biotech department in India?
No, sorry, they are not. Yeah, unfortunately, there are no PSUs that can hire you, just depending upon your gate score, because they do exist for other mechanical,
Okay.
um, I think mechanical and electronics branch. I think yeah, ONGC and other BPCL, HPCL. They do have their intakes from all other branches, mechanical and electrical or electronics. Not unfortunately not for biotechnology, but yeah. There are few entries into ONGC after doing MTech or after doing PhD. You can apply, because their criteria is based on some biochemistry, but you need to have at least MTech degree or a PhD degree for that.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, in how many years we can complete our PhD minimum years, like 3, 4?
I completed in 5 years. People do complete in 7 years, 6 years, 7 years. I would say in India, the average rate is 6 years for the completion of PhD
So, ma'am,
in
is there any
IITs.
like rule we can complete within 3 or I heard
There
somewhere there
is
is some student clear like within 3.5 years.
there is no such rule, to be very honest. It's a individual, it depends upon individual to individual, how your research is going, how your PI is comfortable to graduating you, and how many research articles you have published. By following all these norms, you can get your degree. I mean, if your institute is not allowing you to graduate without even having single research article, then you cannot graduate, no. So you need to know that what is the graduate, sorry, what is the graduating criteria of your institute where you have joined. Like in IIT Bombay recently, they have waived off this criteria of publishing any research article without any if even if your research article is having, I mean, you have submitted your article, it has not yet published, still you can get your PhD degree.
Oh,
So
nice. Thank you,
depending
ma'am.
upon, yeah, so depending upon the guidelines of institute, you can. Okay, what is the
Ma'am,
maximum, one question somebody's asking, what is the maximum number of publication need for the completion? See, that is also depending upon the institute. Like IIT Bombay, they have waived off this criteria. I recently got to know that IIT Indore, I feel, they are saying you need to publish 5 research papers in your during your PhD tenure. So it varies. IIT Delhi may be asking 1 or 2 research articles. So where you are, I mean, applying, where you have entered into PhD, it completely depends upon them. But yeah, it's better to have publication. Why? Because after completion of your PhD, you need to apply somewhere, right, as an assistant professor, or there are a lot of scientist positions there out there. So if you don't have a paper out in the PhD, then it would be difficult to defend your I mean interview. So it's better to have at least one good research article in an international journal with good impact factor. I think 1 or 2 would be the best, even if you want to go for the postdoc position in abroad. So they do ask publication. They do ask, because it's very tough to get a post doctorate fellowship after PhD without any papers. So you need to have publication. Okay. Some next question is, only UGC approved or any publication they allowed, and does they count if I have 2-3 paper published before entering into their institute? Yeah, yeah. It's come Sadicha. Yeah, yeah, it's completely allowed. If you have 2-3 papers published before any institute, then they will definitely consider you for any PhD. I think you are asking for the PhD entrance, right? So yeah, you are having a good CV. They will definitely prefer you. No, no. MSc students can also go for the PhD in IITs through GATE scorecard. Definitely, you can go for with the GATE scorecard. I know a lot of my colleagues who entered in IIT, who were MSc students, and they entered in IIT through GATE.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I am actually a little confused about each of these exams. So, can you give us a brief about what background students should be for each of these exams, and what their goals should be for after the exam? Like, uh, for example, for GATE, do I have to be BTech or MTech, or can I be BSc or MSc? And what are the best institutes to target after that?
Okay, it's like for GATE, it's basically for BTechs. If you are a BTech student only, then you can go for the GATE. I think for MTechs, you are not eligible to go for GATE, because it's a graduate aptitude test, no? So it should be just after your BTech or MSc, not after MTech, since BTechs are equivalent to MSc, so you should go with that. And the institutes which you can go after GATE for PhD, I would say you can target IITs, you can target CSIR centers, and even this NCBS for biotechnology. There is a lot of funding in NCBS Bangalore. CCMB is there in Hyderabad. And along with that, there are few institutes like ICERs are there. You can target ICERs. They are also very good research centers where you can apply for the PhD program. So yeah, these are the good institutes where you can target, and you can go for the interviews after this GATE score.
Thank you, ma'am. And similarly, what about CSIR NET or JRF or TIFR?
Sorry, I didn't get you a question. What CSIR?
Similarly, like you said about GATE, can you also tell us about the other exams you talked
Okay.
about?
Yeah, I already mentioned that if you can target DBT or CSIR, then you are eligible everywhere. Everywhere. And for TIFR, you are only considered for the TIFR research centers. I think 9 to 10 research centers are there under TIFR exam. So you are only eligible for that, because IITs won't entertain you on the basis of this TIFR gate, TIFR score or ranks, whatever you get. So it's better to go for general exams, where you can be eligible everywhere. CSIR would be the bestest, and after that, I would say GATE, and then comes the DBT. So this is the pattern you can follow. Because if you have CSIR, then people really considers you because you have your own fellowship, your own funding. Institute won't pay you. If you are GATE, then institute needs to pay you. And with DBT also, you have your own funding.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. Any other queries which anybody can?
Ma'am, I
yeah,
had something like after BTech, who are studying in IIT, NIT, or any government-funded technical institutes, they can go to PhD directly without writing GATE. Is that true?
Yeah, they can. Jai
Yeah, ma'am.
Ramesh, am I audible? So yeah, they can definitely go because you have already clear GATE, no? On that basis only you are in IIT or in NIT, so you can
No,
directly go for the PhDs.
ma'am, we clear JEE mains. I mean, without writing GATE, NIT or the IIT students can go to PhD directly.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, does BTech final year project matters in IIT interviews?
Yes, it definitely give you a upper edge because they do ask a lot of questions from your project. I mean, it depends that how is the panel, how the interview people are interested to ask you question. It is pure based on their own criterias. But yes, if you have a good, interesting project during your BTech 8th semester, and you have some really good results, then definitely they during your interview round they can ask questions, and you can really defend them in a better way. So yeah, it's a beneficial for you if you have done a good job during your project in BTech. That will aid during your interview round, since you would be knowing a lot of things, a lot of insights of your project during that time. And they would, because this interview is only to know that can you perform experiments, are you eligible, are you capable enough to perform, to solve question, to solve a problem. They would provide you a problem during your PhD time, and if you have that mindset of problem solving, not as a mathematical problem, but approach you have to solve any problem, then that will be very helpful during your interview.
Okay.
Any other question?
Ma'am, when we have to start the preparation for GATE?
During your BTech?
Yeah, ma'am.
I think in third year you should start. You should not wait. I mean, after 2 years, you should start with your preparation. In third year, you should. In fifth or sixth semester, you should start preparing. At least you should prepare for like 1 year, and then you can last 2 3 months. You can go with the revision, MCQs, uh, all the this online exam, and then you should go with the final final gate exam for writing.
Ma'am, there is a saying like we can attempt GATE in third year. Is that true?
No, 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 no.
Yes,
You
No,
are not
ma'am, there is
eligible.
a
it's
new rule. We can eligible.
We are
from
eligible.
and from 2020, third year student can also apply.
Okay, okay. Maybe I am not aware of that. Yes, Shiba, you want to ask something? Shiba, you raised your hand. Do you want to ask something?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to ask that is there any attempt limit for JRF
No, no. There is no attempt limit for
or
JRF.
age limit?
Age limit is there. I think 32. 32 is
32 is
30 or 32.
the last age for
Yes.
attempting for JRF.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and for a female, I think I've heard that age is
No
extended.
limit. I don't know.
Age
For
limit is extended.
age thing, I have no idea. But yeah, this much I was knowing that till 32 you can attempt for the CSIR JRF.
Okay, and about gate?
I think for GATE as well till
Okay,
30, 32.
okay, okay. Thank you, thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you.
So I hope you're all of you is now.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, there are some queries in the chat box also.
So can okay, I'll just read those. I think few of them I have already told. Best research institute for PhD in genetics. I think CCMB is a good institute for genetics. One of the good institute.
And ma'am, PhD in virology.
Virology, I think NII, National Institute of Immunology.
So for that, what we have, which exam we have to write?
Through GATE and CSR only.
Okay, fine.
I have one more question. It is doubt of many students. Like if you do PhD through GATE
Okay.
or like ICMR or other exam except CSIR, so will you eligible for assistant professorship in universities? Because so many students like having doubt related to this, and many seniors are saying us that CSR is must because LS is there for lectureship.
Not really. Nowadays, people are saying, I mean, there are new guidelines where they just want that PhD should be there. Either you are CSIR clear, net clear, or not. So PhD is the criteria. Now, though, till 2022 to 23, they are not even making PhD as a strict criteria for the assistant professorship. But yeah, you can go with the PhD thing without even having CSIR net to go for the assistant professor job.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, one more question.
Yeah.
I'm doing MTech right now.
Okay.
So I have joined through GATE, but GATE 2021. So
Okay.
if I want to pursue PhD further, so can I use a GATE score as it is for 3 years, I think?
Yeah, you can, but you are already MTech, no?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
So
if
there
I
is no
want,
criteria for you since you are already MTech to apply for PhD.
ma'am, but
There is
exam is required, na?
no. For PhDs, there is no exam you need to give. You just have your MTech degree, and you need to directly go for the interview or writing process, whatever those institutes have norm. because they have clearly written on each of their website that either you are GATE or CSIR clear or you are MTech student.
Okay,
I mean
thank you,
MTech
ma'am.
clear. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
For CCMB is under CSIR. So you need to give your, you need to have, yeah, one more thing I want to tell all of you that in CSIR centers like IGIB, Delhi, CCMB, all these good institutes, they want CSIR score. They won't entertain a GATE score at all. So even if you are GATE clear, they want their own CSIR net to be cleared to get into a PhD in these institutes. So I think it's the best if you want to go for CSIR centers or all other centers, you first clear target CSIR net exam.
But
And
when
if you want,
CSR is not conducting exam from last 1 year, students are still waiting.
I don't know, then maybe these institutes might have, might have changed their guidelines. Maybe they are entertaining through GATE score. You should go to visit these their websites and check that what is their criterias for the intake of PhDs. That's good enough. If they are not saying CSIR, you have a good reason to give that you don't have a CSIR, and then you can go with the GATE score if they are taking PhDs with.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I was asking that how can we do go for PhD without doing MTech after BTech? Can you explain again?
Okay, you missed my answer.
Yes, ma'am. I missed, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, you can give. You can go with the PhD directly from BTech by clearing GATE or CSIR. You need to write any of those exams, and then the institute has their own norms of either writing exam and interviews. You need to clear that as well, and on that basis, you can go with that for the PhD program. And you need to do extra credits. I mean, you need to study extra subjects so that you can be equivalent to MTechs.
Okay,
That's
ma'am.
it.
No, no, ma'am. I was asking because I was from other branch, not from biotech.
Okay, okay. Acha, ha, the same applies for every branch. Same applies for
Yes,
every
ma'am. Yes,
branch.
ma'am.
Because one of my friends, she was BTech in electrical, and she also joined with me as a direct PhD candidate, and she also did few extra read few, I mean, studied extra subjects, and she also got through this PhD. So there is no such rules for other branches instead of biotech. It's applicable for every branch of BTech. I hope all are clear with all the criterias, guidelines, preparation strategies. Okay, one more question is there. Some light
Ma'am,
on
can
that.
you tell me which foreign university accept the GATE score?
NUS and NTU, Singapore. National University of Singapore and NTU.
Okay, ma'am. For
They do
MS degree,
accept
na?
GATE.
For MS degree.
For MS plus PhD.
Okay, ma'am.
But it's better to go for GRE because they are making now their norms a bit stringent. So it's better
Ma'am,
if you have good.
can you give some suggestions that we have to do BTech? After BTech, we can do MTech or MS. What is the difference between those two degrees, MTech and MS?
In India only? Or you are asking MS from abroad or MTech in India?
Ma'am, from everywhere, ma'am. Overall, from India or abroad, everywhere.
See, if you are going for MS, so definitely you can get a good, job opportunities in abroad if you're directly going from MS. But after MTech, there are very skim option for biotechnology, especially. And but in other branches, I feel like you can have a good packages if you are from if you have done MTech from IITs, then you do have a good options.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ma'am, there is a saying that doing PhD in India is not that much good. What will you say about it?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
I mean, doing PhD in there is a saying like doing PhD in India is not good for
It's
research
not
or anything.
good because it takes a lot of years of investment, and since our technology is not that fast, they do have very good compatible instruments in abroad. If you are experimentalist, then it would be best if you can go for abroad, since I mean they are very faster technologies. So instead of 5 years, you can just complete your PhD in 3 years in abroad, and then you can go for any assistant professorship in India. So that's how it's better to go for abroad, PhD in abroad instead of in India. It's the difference in technology, exposure. Yeah, these two key factors are involved, and you should then choose a good university which is in top 500 QS ranking as well, because that do counts after you apply for the assistant professorship. Yeah, you need to take care of these points as well. QS ranking should be good of that institute.
Yeah, ma'am.
I hope I try to I mean clear your doubts regarding these competitive exams. I mean at least 50%. So I think no other questions are there. So I think
Yes,
it's
ma'am. Thank you for a wonderful session.
thank you so much. It was nice interacting with the students. I mean, it was a very good interactive session. They asked a lot of question, doubts, and all. I really enjoyed it. I hope all the best to all of you. I hope you get into whatever MTech, PhDs in coming year, and all the best for your preparation as well. Okay, then.
Thank you, ma'am.
Goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am.
And
Yeah.
thank you, participants, for joining us.